Ready to get started? Nice rainy day. It's my favorite weather to practice in. Let me just make sure you can see me all right on the live. Okay, good. So we're gonna find a comfortable seat. And then just take that moment to close your eyes. Draw your shoulders way up by your ears, take them back and down. Feel like your chest not only broadens, but even your collarbones expand. And then I want you to lean back just a little bit so that your shoulders stack directly above the hips and the crown of your head is reaching up towards the heavens above you while your sitting bones root down into the ground. Hands anywhere on your lap, knees, palms facing up, gesture to receive. So miracles happen to those who believe. If you believe something with all of your heart and your mind, you will bring it to life. Bringing your hands now into heart center, bowing your chin to your fingertips. What miracle is it that you want to make happen now? For those who I have the honor to be connected with on social media, my friend John, right, the one who I've done videography with, he's done a lot of editing work for me. He's off the ventilator. So prayers worked. He was on a ventilator for 2 weeks and he did a live video saying, I'm alive. So power of prayer, power that we can manifest good things. Drive right now into the fruition of your mind. And then open your eyes. Release your prayer hands all the way up above. Open your palms. Send it out from your heart. And then exhale, take the arms by your side. All right, let's come to our child's pose. Toes are gonna come together. Let's open the knees nice and wide as your hips sink back. Reach those arms forward. Is there anybody on here that doesn't like child's pose? I think it's a crowd pleaser for most. I'm always curious to know. So your variation, you could do spidey fingers lifting your wrists. This is gonna open up from your armpit all the way through the fingertips. Maybe you make a little pillow today for your forehead if you want to keep it a little more passive. Just 2 more deep breaths, really filling up. And then emptying out through the lips, through the mouth as you sigh, let it go. One more time, just finding more length. And then dump it. Exhale, letting go of all stress and anxiety. And then find your way right into tabletop position, all fours. We're going to open the shoulders today. So reach that right arm all the way out to the side. Exhale, thread the needle. Right shoulder comes down, right ear comes down. And then just scooch it away from your ear. 5 fingernails stay on the ground. Left arm, maybe take a half bind, wrapping it behind your low back. Maybe you tuck your left toes to straighten that left leg. Toes can stay on the ground as the right shin and top of the foot push down. Or if you want to add in balance, you can lift the leg hip height. So flex the heel. And then let's release. Hand down, knee down, arm reaches out. Exhale all the way down. Left side, here we go. Left arm reaches up. Thread that needle, left ear down, shoulder pulls back. You can stay with the arm extended forward or you can take right arm behind your back, reach for your left hip pocket. Stay here, extend right leg, keep your toes on the ground, or adding in balance, elevate the leg hip height. So you flex the foot so your right heel leads the way. You feel your obliques kind of strengthen here. Adding in a little bit of a twist. Good. And then knee down, right hand frames that face, left arm reaches back up. Exhale, take it down. From here, right arm extends forward, bicep frames the ear, thumb is facing up. Left toes again, tuck so the left leg straightens out, and then see if you can lift it off the ground, hip height. So you're gonna feel your core of the belly draw up and in, like the pit of your navel. Now take the right arm over to the right, bend your left knee almost like a fire hydrant, take it out to the left, and then extend that left leg. So the arm and leg are out to the side. Flex, a lot of core strength. One more breath. And then bring everything back to center. Hand down, knee down. Good. Left side. So that left arm extends, bicep frames the ear. Right toes can tuck as you straighten that leg. Maybe you elevate it hip height, but then draw the pit of the belly in. So strengthening right here, going to get some heat going. Left arm out to the side. Right knee bends out to the side. And then extend that right leg. So try to keep them both nice and high, and you're breathing. One more. Good. Everything back to center. Hand down, knee down. All right, last one. Tuck your toes, lift your knees about an inch off the mat. So it's a floating table. Working that solar plexus. This is the third chakra. Knowing who we are, right? Because that's going to help create the miracle. And then push your chest back towards the thighs, turbo dog. Shake your head out, no. I am over the drama, the gossip, the nerves. Shake your head, yes. Bring in the kindness, the health, the joy. And then take your dog for a walk. Straighten that right leg. See if that right heel can come closer to the earth. And then take it left. And then let's come high up on all 10 toes. So lift those heels up. Dial them to the right. Look under your left arm and keep pushing the mat forward with your hands. High lifted heels, dial them left, look under your right arm, and again, keep pushing the mat forward with your hands. Really getting a stretch in the side body. Last time, first official down dog. So now both heels root back and see if you can make your heels disappear. So they're not turned in or turned out, they're kind of hiding behind you. Heart pulls back towards the quads. And then shifting forward into plank upper push-up position. And then lifting your hips up and back down dog. Now look all the way forward. And bringing your feet to your hands your way. It could be a baby step. It could lunge, or if you're ready to jump, go for it. Feet hips width distance apart or a little wider. Just hang heavy here. Relax your jaw. If you like a little traction, take opposite forearms. Grab your elbows. Sway. Lubricate that low back. It feels so nice. And then find some stillness once you come back to center. Release your elbows now. And one vertebra at a time, push down into your feet. We're going to rise. Shoulders up, back, and down. Big toes together at the top of the mat, Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Look up towards your fingers. Salute the sun. Exhale, forward fold. Fingertips down. On an inhale, lengthen halfway. So your hands could be on the ground, or if you bring them onto your shins, you can push against them, getting even more length in the spine. And then exhale, hands down, step or jump back, plank pose. Chaturanga, elbows stay nice and close in. Take it to the belly for the first one. Good. Bringing your hands in line with your chest, tops of the feet are down. Inhale, come up, cobra pose. So to be honest here, float your hands off the ground. That way you know the back bend is happening, right? It's not a hand bend, it's a back bend. Your hands could give a little assist, but it shouldn't be doing all the work. Exhale, release your forehead. I like a spidey finger variation. Go ahead, walk your hands off your mat, so take them wide. And then now use your finger pads to give you more height. Kind of feels good to get that nice stretch. And then exhale, release. Now, repeat one of those, or bring your hands in line with your chest. Keep the tops of your feet down for up dog. So you actually lift your thighs off the mat. Good. Shoulder heads draw back. Exhale, knee then down dog. All right, so it's starting to get familiar. Still working out those nooks and crannies, tightness in the body. And then look to the front of your mat. You can walk, step, or jump your feet to your hands your way. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold it in. This time, reverse swan. Arms are going to reach out and up. Come all the way to stand. And then exhale, take the arms by your side. Good. Let's open the feet hips distance apart. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, nice and tall. Exhale, hinge forward. So the crown of your head is lowering down as the arms reach overhead. Getting again into those shoulders, releasing that tension. If the hammies are still tight here, keep your knees soft, no big deal. If you want to add in that quad, straighten the legs and then lean the body weight into the 10 toes. Good, release your arms. Bring your hands onto your hips and with a flat back, rise up again. Okay, a little more side body stretch. Inhale, arms reach up. Today, let's interlace our fingers, but only release the pointer fingers up. So the biceps hug the ears. And then just take a nice side stretch over to the right as you gaze under the left arm. Now, if this feels good, stay here. If you want a little more, right arm could float so it's parallel to the ground. Or you can bring your right hand to the right thigh, push against the leg, and get a little more stretch on the left side body. Oh, so good. Inhale, everything back to center. Re-interlace the fingers, pointers up, side stretch over to the left. So again, it might feel good here, just peek under that right elbow. It may feel good to work that oblique, left arm parallel, or left hand comes to the left thigh. Push into the leg, hips go even more to the right, and then tilt the ears back for the sweetest part. Inhale, everything returns. Exhale, arms by your side. Chair pose, Utkatasana, hips down, fingers reach up. We're gonna hold this one a couple breaths. So really sink those hips down nice and low, and then see if you could still see your 10 toes. Now draw that lower belly up and in and reach the arms a little higher. Breathe. Taking it into that Ujjayi if you haven't already, in and out through the nose. Last inhale, exhale, fold, let it go. Shake your head, yes. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, root your hands, jump or step back into your plank pose. Good, halfway or all the way, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, so we're just linking it all together. Taking a couple breaths here. Manifesting all your miracles into real life. I believe in them. I created my vision board and my life has pretty much come true. All besides the $1 million thing, right? I wrote myself a check for $1 million, so we'll see if that ever happens. All right, big toes together to touch. Look forward, soften your knees, and then bring your feet to your hands nice and light. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold in, chair pose. Just one breath this time. And then push to standing and release your arms. Okay, so your Namaskar B. Inhale, chair pose. Here we go. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, root your hands, jump or step back, and lower. Inhale, cobra, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right foot steps forward, left foot pivots flat. First warrior pose, 5 breaths here. So really pulling the hips to face forward. Digging into that right heel, arms reaching up. And then putting some weight into the back edge, the knife edge of your left foot so the inner arch of the foot lifts. Last inhale, heart rate is elevating. It's all good. You're in the lunge. It should. And then exhale, hands frame right foot, step back and lower down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Squeeze the scapula together. Exhale, down dog. Left foot steps forward, nice and light. Right foot pivots flat. Inhale, warrior one. 5 breaths here. So we're lengthening through the side body. The right hip pulls forward, so both hips shine forward. Putting some weight into the knife edge of the back right foot so the inner arch lifts. And then digging into that left heel so the knee tracks directly over it. One more inhale. Exhale, hands frame the foot. Stepping back and lowering. Inhale, like you're moving through water in the transition. Exhale, pulls you back. 5 breaths here. Noticing where the thoughts are going. Be here now. Last inhale. Empty the lungs. Good. Bring your toes together to touch. Look forward. Your way. Jump, step, or walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold in, chair pose, finish strong. And then come to stand and release your arms. All right, chair pose again. This time adding in some spinal twist. So hands are gonna come to heart center. Bring your pinkies towards your knees so you really lengthen the torso. And then hug left armpit or elbow against the right thigh and twist to the right. So your hands are at heart center. Your thumbs are touching each other at the sternum. And then the drishti is up over that right shoulder. If anything, you can always look down towards your left knee and make sure you're drawing it back so the hips are level. And then maybe today you exalt, taking that right arm up and left fingers down like a 6 and 12. Maybe you want to try to come into lunge with me. So look down towards your right big toe. Start to lift your left heel. Maybe take it into flamingo, heel to glute. So you're balancing on just that right leg. And then gently step the left foot back. And here we are in lunge twist. If it's challenging, your modification is to drop your back knee. And then again, you can exalt. I love going for that bind here. So your right arm could rest on the low back. Maybe this left arm could tuck under. Find your fingers and then pull the right shoulder head back. Oh, so good. Bringing out the old, making space for the new. Okay, release both hands inside the right foot. Heel toe your right foot to the edge of your mat. Now it's up to you. You can stay on the ball of your left foot or you can drop the left knee, make it a little more passive. And then it's nice to kind of take some circles here, lubricating that left hip joint. And then you can reverse it. Maybe coming onto your forearms. Again, it's up to you, knee down or knee elevated. It just depends on how hard you want to work. If you're feeling it, you're going for it, go for it. And if your body's kind of like, woo, you are kicking my butt already, drop it. All right, slowly come up, half Hanuman, half split. So now you heel toe that right foot to the center. Start to extend that leg straight, flex your toes. Now all you have to do to enhance the stretch is bend your elbows to hinge forward on the hip. Right hip draws back. If you like Thunderbolt, you can sit back on that left heel and then you could reach for that right foot. And if you have full split, go for it. I'm just not warmed up enough to cue it here. But this is your practice, so you take what you want. Take what feels right in the moment. All right, we're gonna unravel all that. So re-engage lunge, left toe tucks, left knee lifts, right foot back. Optional vinyasa, meet and down dog. Low push up. Inhale, open. Exhale, take it back. Deep breath in. Let's take an open mouth exhale to start to release that. And then bring your big toes together. Soften your knees. Jump, step, or walk your feet to your hands nice and light. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Chair pose and hold. Hands at heart center. So I like long spine. So taking your pinkies towards your knees creates that. So the crown of your head forward, tailbone back. Then you take your right armpit or elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Crown forward, tail back. Spiral open the chest as you twist. So thumbs into your heart center. I'm going to turn so you can see me. Okay, so you could stay here. You can exalt, right hand down, left arm up. Right knee keeps drawing back so that right hip stays center. Okay, now we're going to come back into lunge. So you can do your flamingo, look down to your left toe. Right heel starts to lift up. Maybe take the heel to the glute. And then as you extend that right leg back, maybe the toes find the earth. And voila, we're here. Again, to modify, you drop your back right knee. Amplify, open, or bind it. But keep pulling that left shoulder back. It's the sweetest part of the pose. I don't want you to miss it. Ah, good. Hands inside the left foot. Heel toe left foot now to the edge of your mat. So you could stay here, keeping your right toes tucked, right knee elevated. And again, take those circles. Go a couple times to the right. Couple times to the left. Just see what's happening. Right? You can come down to your forearms. Keep hugging left knee towards that left shoulder. Keep leading with the heart. Good. And then slowly come back to your hands. Now release that back knee, heel to that left foot to center, half Hanuman, half a split. So again, level 1, hang out here, bend your elbows and chill. You're gonna ignite the stretch in the left hamstring, right? Level 2, go for your full split. Maybe use your prop or block underneath that thigh. Some of you like that thunderbolt if it's okay on the knee, folding in, maybe even crossing at the wrists, and then bend the elbows, taking that forehead down. Okay. Slowly release. Take that left lunge, hands frame the foot, right toe tucks, right knee lifts, step back, Vinyasa or no yasa, meet in down dog. And just take a check in. How we doing? All is well. The yoga is incredible for your mind, for your body, and your soul. We bring them together. On an inhale, right leg elevates, lifted up, open, bend, and stretch. Take the heel to the left glute. Look under your right arm. And look under your left arm. Look forward, warrior 2. So right foot comes to the center of both hands, and your left arm is going to pick you up. Gaze is out over that right hand. Right knee tracks towards the second and third toe. And make sure you're not leaning forward. Let the left arm continue to pull back so both wrists are over your ankles. Beautiful. Reverse your warrior. Let's do it with a bind today. So take the left arm behind your low back and see if you could reach for your front hip. That will encourage the knee to keep tracking forward. Then reach your right arm up and take the bicep over the ear. It's kind of nice. You can look back to the left foot. The neck allows, look up to your right hand. Beautiful. Back to warrior 2. Straighten your front leg. Bring your back foot in one time, preparing for Chukonasana. Both legs are straight. Start to hinge from your hips. Extend the arms forward. And then gently, right hand could rest on the shin as the left arm reaches up. If you have your block nearby, you can use it maybe to the outside of the leg and reach that left arm up. Maybe bicep over ear. Keep hugging the right quadricep onto the bone and keep lengthening through the side of your waist. From the left pinky finger to the hip, down to the left pinky toe. And then go ahead and bring your left hand to your left hip. Start to bend into your right knee, preparing for half moon. So right hand comes under the right shoulder as the left leg elevates. Flexing that left leg. You could stay here or reach that left arm up. Stay here or Chukonasana, bending the heel to the glute with your left hand. Find that heel or foot and breathe. To release, look down. Gently let the left foot find the earth. Cartwheel your arms up, warrior 2. Straighten front leg, hands on hips. Pivot your right foot in. So now the edges of our feet are in line with the edges of our mat. Hands on your hips, inhale. Exhale, hinge forward. Once you've created the length in the spine, you can release your hands down to the floor. Maybe turn your fingers away from you. Crawl yourself in so the crown of your head comes closer to the mat. It's a cooling moment, so just calm everything down. Check in with that central nervous system and know that all is well. Good. Start to walk your hands forward. Keep your right hand underneath the right shoulder. Bring your left hand to the hip. Take a nice open spinal twist to the left. If it's too much with the flat palm, come on spideys. And then reach that left arm up. Stay or take half bind. Left arm wraps behind your back. Maybe this right hand could reach over to the left leg and you can pull yourself through. And then slowly unravel it out. Left hand, left shoulder, right hand, right hip. Again, you can come on your spideys. Start to turn the torso to the right. Right arm can extend. Maybe right arm behind your back, half bind it here. That could be good. Or maybe left hand outside right leg. Pull yourself through. So yummy. And then release all that jazz. Hands on your hips. Flat back to stand, here we go. So all you have to do is turn your left foot out, warrior two pose. You have a heel to arch alignment, arms out, gaze out over that left hand, left knee over towards that second and third toe, and that right arm pulls you back just a little. Is the core still engaged, like you're wearing skinny jeans, right? When's the last time we wore jeans? It's been a hot minute. And then take your right hand, go for the half bind. So reach it behind your back, see if you can reach for your front hip. Encourage left knee, keep tracking forward. Now reverse, left arm up, bicep over ear. Now you can really appreciate this space. If it bothers your neck, just look towards the back foot. Still getting every benefit of the pose, just making it a little more comfortable while you stay. And then back into warrior two. Straighten the front leg, heel toe the back foot in, triangle. Hips back, arms lengthen. Left hand down, right arm up. Again, you could take that bicep over the ear, hugging left quadricep onto that bone, feeling the stretch all through the right side body. And then right hand to right hip, half moon. So start to bend into that left knee. You can bring your block under the shoulder as well. Transfer the weight into the left leg. Right leg flexes fiercely. Lead heel, right arm up. If you've got a wall behind you, you can lean back into it to feel supported. To enhance, bend your right heel back, and maybe with your right hand, find the top of the foot or ankle, Chukonasana. Lots of shoulder work today, lots of balance. You guys are so strong. And then slowly rewind, knee bends, right foot down, touch warrior two, straighten the front leg, hands on your hips, left foot pivots in. So go ahead, interlace your fingers now behind your back, similar to when we did in the beginning of class. Inhale, open that chest, and then hinge forward. Crown down, arms up overhead. So what's nice about this is we're more into the hips versus the hamstrings. Relax your jaw. Lift the inner arches of your feet and breathe. Good. Release your hands to the earth. We're going to come into Skandasana, one side each leg. So turn your right toes out to a 45-degree angle. Start to bend into your right knee. Keep the left leg extending, and maybe the left toes can face up. So if you need the balance, you keep your hands on the ground. If you want to play with balance, hands at heart center. If the shoulders are feeling pretty open, you can take your right hand down, kind of like how we do in our garland squat. Right arm wraps behind, left arm wraps around. And then you can peel the left shoulder back. And what's the worst that can happen? You lower your left sits bone, right? Good. Hands back to heart center. Now see if you want a little strength. Don't put your hands down and just go to Skandasana on the other side. It's kind of hard. Right? And remember, you can always release your hands to the earth. You could bring your hands to your heart center. Flex your right foot so the toes face up. Left arm could go for the bind. Right? Maybe you lower the right sits bone to get it. Right arm comes behind you. And then just appreciate all the goodness your body does for you. I give the cue, your mind processes it and tells the body, do this. And then you have the choice. All right, hands back to heart center. Let's bring everything forward. Walk your hands towards the right foot. Step it back. Plank pose. Clean that slate. That was a while in the hips. Lower down. Inhale. Enjoy your back bend of choice. Really push the pinky toes into the earth. And then exhale, down dog. Final standing sequence. You still with me? You got a soft smile on the lips? All right. Right leg rises. We're going to come into warrior one. Right foot to your right hand. Left foot pivots flat. On an inhale, we rise up. Release the hands again behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Knuckles run down the left thigh as you open the chest. Humble warrior. We haven't done this one in a while, right? Right shoulder to your right knee. Crown down, arms reach overhead. So don't dump all into the front leg. Let that left leg help you out. And then slowly rise. Release your arms up. Bring your hands into heart center. Pivot onto the ball of your back foot. Warrior 3. So you're going to take off and fly. Left leg extends. Hands could remain at heart center. You can take it into Skandasana or arms behind you. Keep lifting the left inner thigh. Now from here, right hand to right hip, left hand lowers to the earth. Revolving half moon. So turn your chest to the right. This is our peak pose. You've made it this far. And then the right arm reaches up. Oh yeah. Breathe. Last one. And then soften that right knee. Step the left foot back. Warrior 1. Just touch it. Let it feel so good. Exhale. Hands frame right foot. Step it back. Your choice to take it through the vinyasa. Meet down dog. Deep breath in. Empty it out. Left leg rises. Left foot steps through. Warrior 1. Right foot flat. On an inhale, we rise. Release the arms. Interlace your fingers. Maybe do it the uncomfortable way, the unfamiliar. Knuckles down. Heart open. Lift. Humbly fold. Left shoulder, left knee. Crown down, arms up. If you can, you look to the back foot. If it's challenging, look to the front foot. And again, let that right leg help you out. Don't dump it all to the left. Do 50-50. You got 2 legs. Slowly rise. Hands at heart center after warrior 1. Pivot to the ball of your back foot. Fly warrior 3. Arms out. Back. Lift that right inner thigh. Left hand, left hip. Right hand could lower to a block. So hips square off. Turn the torso to the left. Right? You can use your block under that right hand. And then stay here or reach your left arm up. Revolved half moon. Beautiful. Warrior 1. Right foot finds the earth. Left knee bends. Arms reach up. Exhale. Hands frame left foot. Step back. Chaturanga. Inhale. Back bend of choice. Exhale. Take it down. Dropping to your knees. Coming into a camel pose. So we're going to stand on our knees. We'll do 2 different rounds for our back bend today. So recommend the first one, let's tuck our toes. Hands on the low back, maybe your fingers point up, elbows draw in. Hips come forward, sternum lifts. Your variation, if you want to do a different back bend, is bridge. You can lie on your back. Maybe right hand reaches for right ankle as the left arm reaches up. Open up. And then you could switch, left hand, left ankle, right arm reaches up. Maybe both hands reach back. Open that throat. When you're ready to release, tuck that chin, hands back to the low back. Taps the feet down, just come back to sit for a moment. We'll do another shoulder opener here. Right arm reaches up. Bring it to the mid-back. And then let your left fingers try to find it. So both elbows draw to the midline. You can lean back into that right arm. If you can't reach for your fingers, just use your shirt or maybe a towel. Good. Take it the other way. So left hand to your upper middle back. Maybe use your right hand on the elbow. Give yourself an extra inch. Right hand away from you. Let it face up. Bend elbow. And then lean back. Elbows draw to the center. And release. Okay, second round. Here we go. So, tucking the toes or tops the feet come down. Hands on the back. Hips forward. Sternum lifts. Looking up. Maybe both hands release back. If you can reach the heels easily, maybe you walk them to the mid part of your foot. And then open everything up. The front body is exposed and vulnerable, all layers being shed. Trusting that there is something way bigger than you. Call it a miracle, coincidence, prayer. And then when you're ready to exit, tuck that chin, hands on the low back, knees together, tops of the feet down. So you could stay here with your hands resting on your lap, or if you want to come into child's or rabbit's pose, have your hands reach back for your heels, tuck that chin, forehead lowers to the knees. So you can hang out here, or come to the crown of your head by lifting your hips for rabbit. And then slowly come up, sit off to the left. We're gonna do a double pigeon today for our hip opener. So I recommend having both of your knees bent. I'm gonna show you options 1, 2, and 3, and then you pick what's best. We'll take our right foot above the left knee, and as you walk your hands in, you're gonna start to feel this stretch in the right outer hip. Flex your foot. So option 1, we're hanging here. Option 2, extend the left leg. So it's almost like a 4, okay? And then you can use your block under that right knee and hinge forward. Final variation, bend your bottom leg so that both shins stack like a stick of fire, double pigeon. Again, using your block if you need. You can even take your elbows, one to the ankle, one to the knee, and lean forward. Flexing both feet, we're gonna hold 5 breaths. Maybe walking yourself in and folding. So sometimes I'll get questions if you should feel this in both hips, and the answer is it just depends on your body. Where are you holding tension? Have you been doing kickboxing, Zumba, walking, running? Are you on your Peloton? You know, we all hold stress and tension different places, so it's not a universal answer. Just breathing through the muck so that you find the clarity for a lotus, right? Our analogy to open and to bloom. Okay, so we're gonna rewind out of that so we can do the second side. So right foot down, both knees are bent. Let's take that left foot above the right knee. And again, sometimes all I like to do is walk my hands in close. The shin is parallel to the chest and I'm getting a juicy stretch. So why go more, right? Ask yourself, like, why am I going so hard? Right leg can extend. This will also give you a hamstring stretch. We didn't do a lot of hammies today. Or bend your right shin and stack it up. One side will be different. This knee might be chilling up here. It's fine. Let it hang out, right? Eventually, we get the shins to stack. We can take the elbows onto that knee and ankle and lean forward. And it's like, oh, so good. You can come to your forearms. You can use your prop or your block and just hang out here. It's 5 breaths of your life. And they're not shallow, but they're deep. They're purposeful. They're meaningful. I just think back to my friend who is off the ventilator, like what it must feel like to take your own breath. It's pretty profound. It's the first thing we do when we enter the world. And when we leave the world, it's the last thing we'll do. But it's like having a second shot at life. Don't take it for granted. Every cell of your body requires this. Every fiber of your being relies, every organ relies. This oxygen. And then slowly coming out. Releasing that left foot down. Let's just windshield wiper the legs one time each side. Good. And then extend them out in front of you for staff pose. You can move any flesh from the sits bones behind you. Hands root underneath your shoulders. Nice tall spine. You might flex your feet so much that sometimes the heels lift up. That's good. And then inhale, arms reach up and hinge yourself forward. Just closing everything up here. So I'm okay if the knees are a little bit softer. I'm okay to take it more surrender. It's just a nice release after those back bends that we did for camel to give the spine an operation to just chillax. Release, almost like a slinky going the other way. Good, and slowly come up. We'll do a reverse table today, so go ahead and bend your knees. Your feet are in line with your sitting bones. Fingers back and they point forward. Lift your hips as high as your knees And then look up or maybe drop the head back. If you want, you can bring your right foot over that left knee. Take a breath here. And then switch. Plant the right foot. Take the left foot just above that knee. Lift your hip. So it's like that figure 4. Good. And then release. Everything lowers. Go ahead, extend your legs forward. And one vertebra at a time, we're going to come onto our backs. Once you touch down, let it feel so sweet. Toes out, heels in. So we're just 2 poses away from our final relaxation. Let's do an inversion by drawing the knees in. Legs up the wall or shoulder stand. So feet above the hips. If you want to hang out here, it's okay to separate your feet and soften the knees a little bit. All the blood's going to drain down from the legs to the hip. If you want to come up into shoulder, let your hands support your back. Draw your elbows in nice and narrow. And maybe plow pose, bring the feet overhead. You could bend your knees for ear pressure pose. You can play with variations in shoulder, Skandasana or straddle. And then let's slowly make our way back into legs up the wall just for time purposes. But what's cool is after class is over, you can always go back and do anything else you didn't finish. Now just bend the knees here. Open your arms out like a letter T, and let's cross left knee over right. Put your right foot down and scoot your hips to the left, and then let your knees fall to the right. Your right hand could come on top of the left thigh. Turn your head to the left. And start to soften here. Let go of that Ujjayi, controlled, victorious breath. And allow yourself to feel more at ease and relaxed as we conclude our practice. You've definitely earned it. Okay, right arm back out, head to center. Knees to center, uncross them, just put your feet on the mat for a moment. Bring the knees in together. Left hand to heart, right hand on belly. Just notice how you feel. And take in a positive affirmation. I am love, all is well. I am grateful. I believe in miracles. Okay, hug the knees in. Gentle rock. Say hello to those kidneys one more time. And then right knee over left, arms out. Put your right foot down. Scoot your hips to the right. Let your knees fall to the left. Left hand on the thigh. Right shoulder melts. Turn your head to the right. And just enjoy. Reality awaits you. So you might as well give yourself this gift. Having this sacred time that you can really just be the best version of yourself. The yoga is so magical, and literally it's life-changing. Okay, head to center, knees to center. Final stretch, unravel, soles of the feet together, Konasana legs. Goddess arms, or let your fingers gently touch above you. Soften every muscle, every bone. Soften the face. Separate your teeth. Part your lips. Eyes roll back. Relaxing the fingers and the toes. Slipping into your final relaxation, Shavasana. As you're ready, take your time. Start to deepen the breathing. Return to conscious breath. Movement in the hands, the feet. Maybe reaching arms overhead, full body stretch. I know I cut your Savasanas a little short, but I figure you guys can do them more on your own. I'd rather give you the poses and get the asana from the practice. We're going to meet in seated. Come up your way. Keep your eyes soft so that journey stays within you. This peace stays within you. And as you bring your hands to heart center, I want you to think of that song. I believe in miracles. Praise the Lord. Sexy thing. Namaste. Thank you guys so much.